Oke, silakan dimulai.
Okay. Sebentar. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Suara saya jelas ya?
Jelas.
Yeah. Okay. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to apa ya topik hari ini, Mrs. English Learning Day. Yeah.
Teacher English Learning Day.
Okay. English Learning Day, and my name is Dea Puspalaras, and I'll be your host for tonight's presentation. And thank you for joining us today. And first of all,
Suaranya tidak ada. Ya.
I would like to say sudah jelas?
Nah, tadi terputus-putus
Putus-putus.
ya.
For the bad reception. Okay, let's continue. My name is Dea Puspalaras, and I'll be your host today. And thank you for joining us today. And I also want to say happy Idul Adha for everyone who celebrated. Semoga semuanya diberikan kesehatan. Amin ya rabbal alamin. And for tonight's presentation, the first is the opening, and the second is the greetings for the head of English community, and the third is prayer. Is going to be led by Mrs. Lucy Yulia Hartini, and then the fourth is presentation and discussion, and then on the fifth or the last session, we're gonna have the conclusion or the question and answer session. And I'm gonna introduce our two presenters today. And Alhamdulillah sudah hadir dua-duanya ya. The first is Mrs. Tariana. Hello, Mrs. Tariana.
Halo, good evening everyone.
Hi. Hello, Mrs. Tariana. Okay, I'm gonna share a little bit about Mrs. Tariana. Mrs. Tariana is she is graduated from Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia with master's degree. She is also an English teacher in Changkuang First Junior School. She is also a vice principal, a tutor for Universitas Terbuka, also the head of English community, and she's also a YouTuber, and you can follow her on Tariana Thea. Thank you, Mrs. Ariana, for being here today. And our second presenter today is Mr. Aris Risnandar. Hello, Mr. Aris.
Halo.
Hi, Miss Day. Hi, everybody.
Oh, hello, good evening.
Good
Okay,
evening.
Mr. Aris Risnandar. Mr. Aris Risnandar is also graduated. Oh, he's graduated from STKIP Pasundan Cimahi. uh, in English education, bachelor degree. He is also a teacher from KP Pasir Jambu Junior High School and also from KP Pasir Jambu Senior High School. Am I correct? And also he is a tutor for PKBM, the Secretary of English Community. He is also an entrepreneur for Bill Foundation. Um, I think that's it for the CV for our presenters today. Should we start, Mrs. Tariana?
Oke.
Okay. So for tonight discussion, Teachers Learning Days, um, We're gonna discuss about the implementation of project-based learning, or as we know, like PBL, and CTL, contextual teaching learning. So we also are gonna have a question and answer session at the end. And so, are you ready for to embark on this journey, everyone? Masih sedikit ya, nggak ada
Yeah.
suaranya. Semangat ya, semoga tetap semangat ya malam ini ya. Nah, should we start, Mrs. Tariana?
Okay, it's about time.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, Mrs. Tariana. Okay. The time is
Okay, well, is it for me to what to greet? Okay. Thank you for the time, Bu Dea. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
well.
Good evening, everyone. I really appreciate you taking the time to our meeting today, which
Waalaikumsalam
is
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
officially get started. Okay, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to all members and also not the members. I saw the outside the what MGMP sub SR3. I'm very happy to know you. This is the time for us to learn all together. I hope this meeting will be useful and beneficial for our learning. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your attention. I really like to say my gratitude to all the teachers who come and join this meeting. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wabarakatuh.
Budaya. Where is Budaya? Pak Aris, can you continue, Budaya? Oh, ini buat Budaya ada ya, Budaya?
This
Where's
is
Budaya?
sebelum
Okay.
the third would be doa. Doa dulu ya.
Yeah.
Kita doa dulu sebelum mulai. Tadi sudah sambutan, okay. So the third agenda would be doa. It will be delivered by Mrs.
Lucy.
Yulia. Lucy, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. Mrs. Lucy Yulia Hartini. Oke.
Oke, Bu Lucy langsung langsung berdoa ya. Masuk langsung berdoa Bu Lucy.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for the time, and I'm coming late. Okay, thank you for the time. I will read for Friday today, for webinar today. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Let's begin our webinar with say Bismillah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. And then let's continue with doa, dimudahkan segala aktivitas kita ya. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Robbi srohli soderi wa yasirli amri wahlul uqdata min lisani yafqahu qauli. Ya Allah, semoga Engkau mudahkan segala urusan kami dalam melaksanakan kegiatan webinar ini, dan juga mudah-mudahan dalam kegiatan webinar ini kita mendapatkan banyak ilmu, banyak manfaat, khususnya untuk kita semua yang ada di komunitas bahasa Inggris. I think enough for the pray. Saya kembalikan lagi ke MC. Terima kasih.
Speakernya Bu.
Okay, sorry. Thank you very much, Mrs. Lucy. And for the fourth agenda tonight would be the presentation and discussion later. The first presentation will be delivered by Mrs. Tariana. The title of her presentation tonight is about PGBL. So, Mrs. Tariana, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Bu Dea. Allow me to share my presentation. Okay, a lot of people come to this room. Okay, can you see the picture?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, this is my presentation. I have been implemented project-based learning. This is one of the example. Okay, we have to know what is PGBL. Okay, at first we have to know what is PGBL. Some reference PGBL written as PBL, but I think it's problem-based learning. So I just differentiate between PGBL and PBL. So this is PGBL, project-based learning. PGBL is a teaching method in which students learn by actively engaging in real-world and personally meaningful projects. Okay, there's some meaningful project and engaging in real world. So that's the key point. And the second one, based on Sutirman, pembelajaran berbasis proyek merupakan model pembelajaran untuk menghasilkan produk atau proyek yang nyata di mana siswa berperan secara aktif. And this is the third definition, an instructional approach where student activity engage in long-term complex project to acquire knowledge, skill, and a deeper understanding of subject matter. It's a student-centered approach that focus on real-world problems and encourages collaborative and allows students to explore their own interests. So the the core components of PGBL, or the most important point of PGBL, the first one is real world relevance. Projects are designed to be meaningful and connect to student lives and the world around them. The second one is active learning. Students are actively involved in learning process rather than passively receiving information. And the third one, inquire based. Students here explore, question, investigate problem, and seek the answer through research and presentation, experimentation, sorry. The fourth one is problem solving. Students are challenged to analyze problem, develop solution, and make decision. And then the presentation and communication. Students communicate their finding and solution through presentation, report, and other format. And the last one is reflection. Students reflect on their learning process, identify strengths and weaknesses, and learn from their experiences. So that's the special characteristic of PGBL. Now, what is the benefit of project-based learning? The first one, increase student engagement. Students are more likely to be motivated and involved when they are actively participating in meaningful projects. The second one, there's deeper understanding. Students gain more comprehensive understanding of concept by actively applying them to the real world problems. And the third one is development of critical thinking skill. Students learn to analyze problem, evaluate information, act, and make reasoned decision. And then enhancement of problem solving skill, and also improve communication and collaboration skills. Students learn to work effectively in groups, communicate their ideas clearly, and share their knowledge. And the last, preparation for future careers. PGBL helps students develop skills that are valued in the workplace, such as problem solving, critical thinking, and communication. As we know that those skills are very important in this era. Next, the challenges of PGBL. Beside the strengths, there are some weaknesses or these challenges that we can face when we implement this PGBL. The first thing is uh, the student to become overly focused on the product rather than the learning process, and difficulties in managing diverse group, and the time consuming nature of project planning and assessment, and the need for the strong project management strategies to ensure success. This is the challenges, and I'd like to explain how PGBL implemented in the class. The material, sorry, it's about descriptive text for class 7, and the topic is my beloved school. The first one for the pre-activity, as usual, uh, I set the student to be ready to learn, involving physically and psychically to learning, okay, to learn condition. For the first pre-activity, the teacher give a perception and motivation. It could be ice breaking and any activity that increase their motivation and spirit to learn in the well situation, well learning like that. And then for the core activity or the syntax PGBL, step by step PGBL, the first one, we have to set the essential question. Okay, here is the essential question. Uh, what what to do? What to be achieved? What the objective of our activity today? So that's the essential question that we have to answer. And then the student are asked to make a groups. I usually make the group randomly. So this when we want to make a group of 5, the student count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 to 1, 2 and 2 and 3 and so on. So the student are randomly in groups. So no one to I want to I want to be in a group with him or his like that. Sorry, with him or somebody certain friends. So I assign the group randomly. So it is 5 groups, and I assign with 5 sites. For example, the instruction is they will look at the certain site of the school and find and observe what they find in the site. For example, a school park, the field, the mosque, and any other. So we can divide the school into 5 sites. Okay, this is making a group. And then we make a schedule. What time, how many, what's for about 50 minutes or maybe 1 hour. So we make schedule about designing the project and the submission. And then this is the implementation of PGBL. So each group come to their site, to their what, to certain place. This group come to school park and they discuss about what they observe in the site. They should write down the nouns they see in the site and make a simple sentence, five sentence for five people. And this is the other group in the field. So the role of the teacher monitoring the activity, and probably some student ask questions, so the teacher should answer and give guidance. This is the other group. It's near toilet, and the other group near the mosque. Okay, this group near the mosque and this group near administration room. Okay, there are five groups here. This is the group at the backyard. Yeah, at the backyard. After observing the site, next step is pengujian hasil. Ya, pengujian hasil, the what the evaluation of the outcome. So here the student, one of the members or two of the members of groups present what they have found in the site. Okay, presentation to evaluate the outcomes, the project. This is a simple project, so it's short time. In a short time, 2 hours learning hours, I mean. And the last step is evaluation. Here the student, here the teacher together with the student evaluate and make reflection and also confirmation. The teacher make confirmation and also conclusion what they have learned about the learning process, about the project. So that is the sample of PGBL. So, okay, the conclusion based on my own experiences on the practice of PGBL, the use of PGBL makes the student active, participated, and motivated in learning. So, as a teacher, we need to be more innovative in teaching and learning to achieve successful learning for students. One of the way is sharing and discussing with our colleagues, like today. Okay, thank you very much. Uh, Thank you for your attention. I'm sorry for some mistake here. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Mrs. Tariana, for bringing us to a very productive session tonight. And for the next explanation will be from Mr. Aris. Okay, Mr. Aris. Um, the presentation from Mr. Aris would be about the contextual learning. Mr. Aris, the time is yours. Mr. Aris? Okay, you can start. You can unmute.
Hello.
Okay, you can
Ada suara
start.
saya?
Yeah, it's clear. Thank you.
Uh, there is a signal in my place. Okay, I will start. Udah ada ya, Bu?
Belum ya, belum ada ya.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
warahmatullahi.
wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Mrs. Dea, for the good opportunity. My respect to Mrs. Diana and the other audience here. Allow me to present about contextual teaching learning that I have been learned from 2000, but it always impressed me. Here is the contextual teaching and learning. It is a teaching approach that connects the content being taught to real-world situations. It helps students relate new information to their existing knowledge and experiences. In this approach, we can find first constructivism, then inquiry, learning community, authentic learning, modeling, reflection, and authentic assessment. The benefit of CPR in English language learning, first, it can improve motivation. Students see the relevance of English in their daily lives. We can have better retention. Real life context helps students remember vocabularies and grammar. And then enhance communication skills. Students practice English in realistic scenarios. Critical thinking development. Students learn to analyze, evaluate, and create using the language. My motivation, I've been watching the other teacher, physical education teacher, that I think he is always success to motivate the student to learn well, and their participation is really wonderful. Although there are some difference because in this PE or physical education, the teacher has relating and then cooperating and then transferring. The students also no one experiencing well in this subject. My implementation here. This is about descriptive text, about school facilities, grade 7, semester first, time for time 40 minutes, and school in SMP Kabupaten Pasir Jambu. Then the first thing, of course, we are focusing the motivation and attention, different lesson aim, and then we could give ice breaking related to the theme. In constructivism, the teacher asks provocation question such as what facilities do you see at your school? And then the students answer on their own ability and inquiry. The students work in group of four, observe some pictures about their school, and they write down the parts of them as like the classrooms, library, canteen, school field, school garden, teacher room, etc. And the setting which picture to describe by their group. The teacher could also alternate by giving the jumble of vocabularies to put in appropriate place to help their discussion. In questioning, uh, the teacher facilitates the group of students in finding treasure game. They must raise the fine and do the task in a hidden envelope that had been prepared or put somewhere down on their task plate. The envelope is containing the questions or sentences they work together to answer it in 15 minutes. We can give first appreciation to the first winner. And then in learning community, we could give the chance to the groups on presenting their result by using window shopping or work in gallery. They got feedback from their friends or teacher. After all is done, the teacher asks them to combine them in plano paper and stick it in classroom wall. Next, we can give modeling. The student learn from the mother text that we prepare, such as about the school. My school is cozy and clean. It is not big. It has 10 classrooms, a library, laboratory, and a small the teacher emphasizes the text structure like identification and description and other important keywords. In this reflection, students write down or state their learning experience or asking things that still confusing. The teacher answer and strengthening their motivation. We could design and reflect belajar group. The last is authentic assessment. The group, just like in physical education, of course, we could create the teamwork, presentation, and feedback to other group. For individual, we could use the quiz, written, or reading test. My conclusion, contextual teaching learning makes students increasing their participation and understanding. First, making meaningful learning, doing significant work, self-regulated learning, they could arrange and control their own way to study. Of course, they collaborate with uh, the students, critical and creative thinking, nurturing the individual, reaching high standards, and using authentic assessment. I think that's all my presentation. Thank you, Miss Dea.
Thank you, Mr. Aris. What a meaningful explanation today from our two presenters. So, without further ado, let's start with the question and answer session. Okay, is there any question from the audience? You can raise your hand. Mangga, Bapak Ibu, silakan. Ada yang mau mengajukan pertanyaannya terkait dengan topik yang kita pelajari hari ini? Atau barangkali ada yang mau menambahkan? Silahkan. Or is there any question? Ada yang mau menambahkan atau ada juga yang mau sharing pengalamannya ketika menerapkan metode yang sama? Mangga, dipersilahkan di forum ini. Um, Alhamdulillah
Alhamdulillah.
banyak pesertanya ya. Oke,
Itu
bagaimana? Ada yang mau
Yeah,
ditanyakan?
Miss.
sih.
Miss, I'm sorry.
Iya. Oh ya, Mrs. Eva.
Okay, I just want to ask to Miss Tariana. So,
Oke.
as I know that project-based learning is need more time. I mean that student spend the time in 2 days or more. So I just want to ask Miss Tariana, how many times the students to spend your projects? Yes.
Yes,
Thank
yes, you
you.
can answer right away. Okay, Mrs.
Okay,
Eva.
thank you. It's just like
Actually,
a Pelima maybe project Pancasila like this. Yeah, maybe the student interesting make a poster or notice in the school area like this. Okay, thank you.
okay. Okay, thank you so much, Mrs. Eva. Are there any other questions from the? Okay, we still have 30 minutes. Okay, okay. Ya, limited time. Oke, ada yang mau menambahkan? Boleh. Or sharing experiences by using the same method? Boleh. Silahkan. Mrs. Vera, sehat Mrs. Vera?
Yeah, I got my moods. I got my moods. I-
Alhamdulillah, Mrs. Vera bisa. Yeah, there are some new audiences. Okay. Is there any other questions from the audience about Mr. Ari's explanation, perhaps?
may I?
Okay, okay, Mrs. Vera, silahkan.
Uh, I I uh, ask my students to make the poster like in the washing the hand for the class 8 for the class 8. Is it project or no? Is it project or no? I asked to Mrs. Tariana or Miss Aris, Mr. Aris. Is it project? Is I asked my students to make the poster about the washing hand. Is it project? Last time. Mm, yeah. Oh yeah. Or running. Exact. Mm, project. That last time is the washing hand, as the poster. I asked them to make it. Mm. Thank you very much, Mrs. Tariana. It's enough.
Thank you for the question, Mrs. Vera. So, how about the others? We still have some time, of course, Mrs. Tariana, right? Am I right? Yeah, I okay, okay.
Many problems. Many problems. Should I mention one by one?
Solution.
Okay, thank you for the time. I would like to share my English teaching in my school, and there are so many problems. I think uh, I try to apply the project-based learning in Riau, gitu ya. I teach about uh, descriptive text, recount, gitu ya. Ya barusan ada project. Nah, but the concern is are our student did the student apa ya, apakah mereka belajar gitu ya, or just apa ya, tapi mereka tuh tidak apa ya, tidak mengikuti gitu ya. Kadang kita konsen ke satu siswa gitu, ingin meningkatkan apa skill mereka dalam apa misalkan listeningnya or speakingnya, tapi skill yang lainnya tidak bisa dikembangkan gitu ya. Kemudian kita tidak bisa fokus ke satu-satu gitu. Inginnya sih semua siswa tuh sama gitu ya, bisa memahami pengajaran kita, tapi ternyata only 10% gitu ya, kita yang anak-anak kita yang paham gitu tentang project yang kita berikan seperti itu. Nah, yang akhirnya projectnya itu ya tidak sesuai dengan yang yang kita harapkan gitu. Tujuan pembelajarannya kadang tidak tercapai juga seperti itu ya. Itu mungkin sharing permasalahan aja sih Bu Tariana ya, sama Pak Aris juga. Jadi senang sih ada dikasih ini ya, dikasih kita tempat untuk di sini berapa ya, sharing gitu, berkolaborasi. Yang mudah-mudahan ada apa sih, ada masukan gitu tentang permasalahan pembelajaran di sekolah saya juga seperti itu.
Di saya suaranya terputus-putus. Nggak Terdengar jelas?
Oke, thank you Mrs. Tariana untuk penjelasannya. Sangat-sangat jelas ya, alhamdulillah. Memang tujuan utamanya supaya anak-anak suka dulu ya, gitu kan ya. Iya, baru mungkin kita bisa berlanjut ke yang lain-lain dan sebagainya. Oke, masih ada waktu Miss Tariana ya? Iya, Mr. Karis. Oke, we still have 15 minutes. Oke. Ada yang lain yang mau share pengalamannya terkait dengan topik kita hari ini? PGBL. Oh iya, iya banyak ya hari ini ya ada yang bergabung. Alhamdulillah, Mrs. Tariana. Ada sekitar di sini 20 orang lebih ya. Oke, dan tidak hanya yang biasanya pertemuan biasanya gitu audiensnya, ternyata ada juga dari sekolah lain. Boleh memperkenalkan diri, dari sekolah mana dan jenjang apa, kelas berapa? Mangga, silakan.
Yeah, thank you for the time. It's I'm so happy that I I have been invited to this meeting, Miss Tariana and Ibu Dea. Yeah, I'm from SMPN 1 Bojong Soang from Suprayon 8. Uh, 9, 9 grade. Yeah,
Iya,
yeah, yeah.
and great. Yang lain?
PPDB.
Mhm,
I
oke.
cuman ya Bu Tariana. Setiap Oh, jadi ini rutin ya, Bu? Mohon maaf saya Hmm, Oh, iya. Iya, jadi
Iya.
bagus ya, jadi rutin ya, Bu ya. Eh, ya sometimes we don't have apa m- much time, much chance to uh, to apa ya to practice our English with the with teacher in school. Perhaps we just talk with just in a little space in a certain room to speak English. Here, thank you for ibu-ibu and to all the teachers. I hope I can join this routine. Thank you for the chance given. I think I need much more knowledge and uh, what is the experience that Bapak and Ibu Guru uh, when you all of you teach English. Um, I hope I perhaps I will ask friends from, because this is not just this on Suprayon 3, right, Bu Tariana? Oh yeah. So
Yeah. Maybe next
okay.
time from your school, Mrs. Dwi. Yeah. So every time we'll get the chance.
Yes, inshallah. Thank
Yeah,
you.
alhamdulillah.
So,
Thank you very much, Mrs. Dwi. So, hello, Yosefina. We have Mrs. Yosefina today. No? Okay, how about the others? We still have time, Mrs. Tariana, or let's 8 minutes, or let's just conclude this meeting tonight. Yeah, Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Okay, thank you, Mrs. Tariana. Okay, last 7 minutes. Oke, ada lagi yang mau menambahkan about our topic today? No? Okay. Okay, I think, okay, let's close our session today. So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow teachers, we have finally come to the end of this discussion tonight. So, let's give applause for our two presenters today. Mrs. Tariana, thank you very much, and Mr. Aris. Okay, thank you for sharing your knowledge about teaching English in the classroom. And I should remind everyone that we should have the next session every Saturday, right? Okay, every Saturday. And don't forget to. Oh, tomorrow, yes. Tomorrow from Changkuang Junior High School. Okay. And for the next meeting every Saturday night. Okay. Before we close our session today, how about take a selfie? Okay. Can everyone open the camera? Yeah. Okay. Kan dari tadi kayaknya ngumpet ya, Miss. Nah, kita ada foto session ya. Oke, mmm, boleh kita foto bersama ya, biar nah kelihatan wajahnya ibu bapak semua. Oke oke, aku ini ya, biar saya ini ya, 1, 2, 3. Oke, thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much for being here. And of course, thank you for our amazing presenters today. And at the end of this session, I hope we can share the knowledge, of course, with our students also in the classroom. Tetap semangat Bapak Ibu Guru semuanya, tetap semangat. Jangan lupa untuk join the next session dan kita tutup sesi hari ini dengan ucapan hamdalah. Alhamdulillah. Thank you. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.